Welcome back, folks. So I'm working on the 6x6. I'm going to see if I can somehow muscle this axle out of this differential. I'm going to record some of it and then probably just speed it up because obviously you guys don't want to watch that for 15 minutes or however long it takes. Plus, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing a lot of swearing in there, and I don't want to offend anybody with that, so I'm going to do my best to kind of edit the video later and make it a little bit more watchable, but let's see what happens. Start off with our handy dandy crowbar. I really don't want to do this again because I spent so much time the other day doing this and just wrecking my back yanking on it that I'm just really not looking forward to doing it. Technically, you should be able to just kind of get in there and it should just pop right out. I mean, that's what happened with the back ones. That's what's happened with all the ones from the other machines. That is not what is happening with this one. Maybe it needs a little persuasion. That did absolutely nothing. Well, unfortunately, I think I may end up having to take this differential out and take it apart, which is not something I necessarily know how to do. And I really don't want to do that because Lord knows if I screw that up, there's no way I'm going to be able to get this thing back up and running. I just honestly don't know what else to do. I have to get these axles out. I have done a lot of reading on it. I really can't heat them up because it could damage the seals inside, which means I'd have to take it out and replace all the seals, which again is more money. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm really not. But I think for the moment, I'm going to go ahead and work on some of the other axles, see if I can get them out. Maybe it's just this one, because I've been fighting with it. Maybe the other three will pop right out. Let's hope. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't know. I'm just not sure. We'll be right back. I think there's potential this one may come out a little bit easier. This is the front axle for the same side that I've been working on. I'm not sure if it will or not, but I guess maybe I should probably take this shot completely out. Let's see. Yep, here we go. Seeing that's not a good sign. There ain't a stitch of grease in that thing. It's just mud. And it's all rusted. Thankfully, it came right out. But still, that's not a good sign for that differential. I guess I'm going to have to really go through these differentials and oil them up real good. Let it run a little bit, drain them out, oil them up again, drain it out. Try and make sure that we can try and save these. Let's see how the others go. So this here is the axle on the other side, the front. Excuse me. This is the one that you can see is completely broken. Snapped right off. The other piece of it's actually right here. It just popped right off when I took the wheel off. Usually these are very similar to a CV joint in a car where when they start failing, they start making noise. You know, they start doing that kind of clicking noise. You know, you crank the wheel all the way to one side and you go to pull out and you're hearing that tick, 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 tick kind of sound. These do the same things because that's exactly what they are. It's the exact same setup, just at a smaller scale. This didn't do that. So I don't know how long this has been broken for. This may have been broken when I bought it. I have no idea. This never made any noise whatsoever. So it was definitely a surprise to me when I took the wheel off and found out that the axle was broken. I wasn't happy about that at all. But let's give this one a shot and see if this one wants to come out. Yep, look at that. That one came out too. But again, same situation. It's really not in the best of shape. It's definitely got rust on it. No grease at all. Definitely a problem for the differential. Gonna have to definitely gonna have to spend some time on the differential. Let's see what happens with the other middle one. I expect that one's gonna be the same as the other side. So let's give it a shot and see. So this is the other middle axle. This one's definitely going to be a lot more difficult to work with because the upper control arm can only go to there because of the exhaust. And of course the lower control arm has the shock on it like the other side, but with the exhaust and the upper control arm in the way, it doesn't give me a whole lot of room to move. And yeah, I don't expect that this is really going to do anything. Oh boy, I really don't want to have to take that out. I really, really don't. Let's see what happens. Well, I can tell you the inside here just fell apart. It's, well, maybe not. No, I guess not. I guess it's still kind of there. Definitely doesn't feel as solid as the other front, but we can look at that after. I mean, this one seems to be moving from where I'm sitting, but it's not popping out. The other ones aren't in arm's reach right now, but for those of you that don't know, there's a small little C-clip that's on the back of those splines on that axle. When you put them in, you just kind of tap it a little bit, and then that C-clip kind of shifts, and that's what holds it in place. And all you got to do is kind of wiggle that C-clip around when you're pulling it out, and that usually just kind of pops back up and then allows the axle to pop out. So as you saw from the other two, it wasn't that hard to do. These two are a completely different situation, and that's because of the rust. But let's see, this one's gonna be a lot harder because I can't really get into it because it's stuck away. And which way I turn, there's just something in the way. I don't want to have to take the exhaust off because that's going to be more of a pain, especially with how rusted it is. Damn it. This one is definitely moving. It's moving a whole lot more than the other side. It's just not popping out. All right, I won't bore you with any more. I will work on this, and I will get back with you with an update. Well, son of a bitch. I finally got one out. But as you can see, it is heavily rusted. Well, that's probably not a good thing. Just kind of slid my finger into the differential there and just rolled it around a little bit, and that's what I ended up pulling out of there. It's definitely not a good thing. Okay, so as you just saw, we were able to finally get this axle out. It was not easy. I have been beating on this thing for, I don't know, an hour and a half or so at least. I've got 4 different crowbars out here. I've got, bottles of PB Blaster. I got hammers. I got screwdrivers. I got everything. It did finally come out. You can see absolutely how rusted it is. It looks horrible. There's definitely a problem within the differential that I'm going to have to deal with. But now that that one's out, I bet you didn't hear that. Now that that one's out, I have an opening to be able to get to the back of the other one. So I grabbed this stake here, which is it's a solid steel stake. It's actually used to, I don't remember what those things are called, but it's used to put these steel anchors in the ground for, it's not for a tent or for camping, but like a storage tent, kind of like my fuel tent. These are used to put those anchors in the ground. So it's a good piece of solid steel. So I started beating on that from this side with my 3-pound rubber mallet, and my mallet started taking some pretty heavy damage. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to risk my hand and use this instead. This is the heaviest hammer that I have that's not a dead blow hammer. So we'll give this a shot. I mean, I've been beating on the other axle now from the backside for, I don't know, a good 5 or so minutes, and it doesn't look like it's moved an inch. So I've gone back through with some more PB Blaster. I made sure to push way up to the top, because now that I have the gearing on this side, the gearing goes all the way through, so that allowed me to hopefully get it within the gears. So I guess we'll have to see. Now we'll have to see if you get to see me break my hand again. Ah! Yep, I'm not doing that anymore. That was not a good idea. I'm gonna have to figure out a different way, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll update you again in a little bit. All right. I guess it's safe to say that this thing is really stuck in here. I forgot that I had this manual ratchet, super heavy duty steel. It's like a 1-inch end on it or whatever it is. I just tried beating on it with this for a little bit. This way I can go back to my dead blow, because that really hurt. Matter of fact, I'm even bleeding. I don't want to do that again. So let's give this a few more hits. See if we can get anywhere with it. Wow. Whew. Now understand, I may only be 5'8", but I do stand in at, 265 pounds. I got very broad shoulders. I've never been told that I've been weak. And I am beating on that thing. And it ain't moving. I'm not 100% sure what to do from here. I guess I'll just kind of keep hammering away at it and keep adding PB Blaster. And we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Say a prayer. Do something. I could really use it. Thanks. Well, I have been out here for, I don't know, close to 45 minutes beating on this thing. I keep soaking it down with PB Blaster. I lit it on fire. I sat there and roasted it with the torch, both the outside over here and from the inside on the other side. I have been beating on it and beating on it and beating on it. My back is killing me. And this thing has not budged a centimeter. So I don't know that I'm going to have any other choice but to take the differential out, which is going to be interesting because I really don't see an easy way to deal with these U-joints and get them out. Not that you can really see that one that well, but I'm just not 100% sure what I'm going to need to do for that. I guess I'm going to have to go look it up. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't have any muscle left. I mean, I had just been hammering on this thing, and it's not budging at all. So I already know that I've damaged the seal on this side, the bearing. I already know that's damaged. So I'm going to guess that I got to take it out to replace that bearing anyway. So seems like no matter what, it's going to have to come out, which is fine. Now I just need to figure out how to do that. And that just delays everything even more. It just doesn't seem to stop when Murphy's hanging around my house, man. I'll tell you what. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, follow. Hit all those little buttons down there. Help me grow this account a little bit. I'd really appreciate it. Y'all have yourselves a great evening.